This will be a quick tutorial on retexturing hair. Right now we have a straight hair bun and we're going to retexture it to braids and locks. So first thing we need to do is get the braid and the lock texture. So I'm just going to do a search for braid. I know that I'm going to take the braid from Get Together. We're going to export this. And then we're going to take the locks. So we're going to say dreadlocks. Oh, well then dreads. And we're going to take this texture. Okay, and then we're going to go back to our original. So we're going to take this texture, we're going to export it because we need to keep the hairline. So we're going to export that. So just so we can get an idea of what it looks like, we're just going to import the braids. See, we don't have the hairline, and then this part here is coming up here, but overall it looks good. And then the locks, they look good as well. There are some, pieces that are a little bit wide, which we can probably fix in Blender. So we're going to open up your photo editor. I use paint.net. We can open these here. Uh-oh. Say open with paint.net. Okay. So what we're going to do here is get rid of these parts here and add hairline, and then get rid of that. We can get rid of the circle, or we can just in Blender move the portion of the hair that's sitting over the circle. So let's first just remove, let's remove this part and then bring in the hairline. So I'm deleting that, and then I'm going to copy this hairline and paste it here. I'm going to flatten that, and then I'm going to save it and then see what it looks like here. So we have our hairline good. So that means that these pieces here, I don't think I'm going to touch the circle. I'm just going to go in Blender and fix those portions. And then I'm going to add another swatch here and change the color a little bit. And then I'm going to do the same for the locks. So let's delete this. Oh, I already have it copied, so we'll paste that and save. And then we'll import it here. So let's do this one first. Also, we're going to remove, we can probably keep the shadow, but I know I'm going to remove this, the specular and the normal. And then since I saved it, now I can export the mesh again. So what we're going to do here is bring in the texture, edit mode, have all of the mesh selected. Then on this side here, choose open, and then you'll open up your texture. So we need to move these portions out. So L to select. So we see that that's sitting over the circle. So A and then G to move it. But I'm going to keep it up at the top there. And the same as this one. G to move it. I'm just going to use the mouse pad there. And then this one I'm going to move. It has a little weird texture right there. Let's see where that's sitting. Just move it over a little bit, and then we'll fix this one. A and G, move them. So that's complete, and then we can look at the hat chops here. Yeah, so this part needs to be fixed there. So edit mode, have all selected, open, and I can see it here, so I'll just select it L and then G. That's done. Then the next one, it doesn't, I don't think it needs anything. Yeah, so that's, wait. And there's some pieces here that need to be fixed in here as well. Okay, let's do that. So L, come on, select, okay. I don't like that. Let's see. Let's move it. Uh-oh. Let's move this down here so it can match. Let's see if that looks better. Yeah. And then some of these, because of the braids, the way that that texture looks, it has some, I think that's like when the braids at the end, they're kind of loose, so it has these little loose pieces. So you can kind of see them in here. So you can work with that by moving it up. So I'm going to move all of these up a little bit. Let's see how, yeah. Then I want to match. Move you up. Then I'll move this one. Like that. Yeah. Okay, and then I said I need to fix this, the back. So we're going to do the same thing. I'll need to... Okay. Let's move this one down here. Okay, and this one. We'll move these guys down. Okay, so now it's done, save. And then we're going to import it back. So that's done. And then we're going to do the same for the locks. What we're going to do for the locks, so some pieces, we'll see what they look like in Blender, because then when they're all together here, it has all three meshes together, so it can look a little bit off. But then when you're in game, you're only going to see one mesh portion, I guess. So let's save, and then we're going to export the locks and see what we can do on that. Okay, so open. So we want to fix this part here. So L to select, L to select, and I'm going to select all three of these, or all four of these, so we'll be in the same area. So I'm at A for all, then G, moved it over. Let's see. what I did here was to scale it so that it wouldn't be just a huge blob of space there. So what I did was L to select them all, and then while it's all selected, press S to scale. So like for instance, like it was like this. It's just a blob of space there, but you see all some other pieces, they look like you can see the dreads. So here we want to scale it so that we can get more of the texture in that space. So we're probably going to do that for a couple of these. Like this one might need some. Let's see. So we're going to do them in separate. So we'll scale this up. Let's scale this one. Uh-oh. And scale this one. We're going to have to move it over. Okay. Scale. Mm-hmm. Okay. See, select it in pieces. Move to this one. Okay, and then we'll do the bun. Let's see if we can just move it all together. Let's do it this way. Oh man. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then we'll do the same, but I'm not going to do that here. But you go through it again and do the same thing on these hat chops. And then save. Yeah, so I just messed up. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, basically I've just messed up the mesh. Well, I don't know what I was thinking doing that, but I guess it looks okay. I don't want to do that, so I'm gonna remove it. I'm gonna put the braids back on this one. I don't know why I did it that way. Save this. I need to make um, a whole new package and then do the locks. So let's do that. Just made another package and then did for the locks. So that looks good. So we'll fix the shadow again here. Make blank. Make blank. The shadow is fine. So we'll save this and then we'll see what it looks like in game. Let's see what our hair looks like. So here are the braids and the locks. Alrighty, so I hope that helped. Simple retexture. I will say that some hairs, I guess, you gotta work with them a little bit more than how we had to do with this one. That's why I tend to choose hair that if I'm gonna retexture it to like braids and stuff, if I'm gonna retexture it, period, I get hair that's the texture, the original texture is straight. So for instance, this bun, the texture is just it's terrible to work with, to be honest. It's not straight pieces, it's just all weird pieces. So try and choose hairs that are straight to begin with, like the texture itself are straight to begin with. So the hair itself, of course, is straight, but when you go and look at the texture, it's not. It's just all over the place. However, hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to comment, or you can reach me on Tumblr at She Speaks Simlish. And thank you for watching.